Hey everybody, it's Steph Mishuk with KillerSites.com. Alright, in this video I want to comment on an article I recently read about JavaScript. Somebody wrote an article on, I think it was TechCrunch that published it. Anyhow, the gist of the article was maybe you should consider an alternative technology to JavaScript when it comes to your client-side programming, because if you're writing an application that will have 1 million lines of code or more, JavaScript will not cut it, or you may have problems with JavaScript. Now, the first thing I have to say to that is I'm not sure if that's the case really, because I've never written anything close to 1 million lines of code in JavaScript. But that's the larger point. Number two is that how often are you going to need to write 1 million lines of JavaScript code? Now, who does this? This is exceptionally rare. And to suggest that you change and drop an entire language that's very well established, has amazing support through packages like jQuery and so forth, because there may be some rare instance where you're going to need to write 1 million line plus JavaScript code. Or maybe, I think they cited mobile application development. Again, it's somewhat relevant, but I think that, well, it's somewhat more relevant than 1 million lines of code. But to choose a technology, or to drop a technology rather, that's very well established like JavaScript, because of some very unusual situation that may come up, like having to write 1 million lines of JavaScript code, is silly. It's silly, it's stupid. Of course, this author had an agenda. They were pushing a technology that they were behind, of course. I'm not sure. I think they were financially involved with it, at least their company was. I'm not sure about that. But the larger point to take away from this video blog is that you're going to have people go out there for whatever reason. Sometimes it's inexperience, sometimes it's because they have an agenda, sometimes it's they want to sell product. And they're going to say, because of some rare circumstance, like you're going to need to write 1 million lines of code in some technology, that you're going to, you shouldn't use this technology, right? It's that's silly. You should, when you're looking at technologies and so on, you should look at what the common use is and look at the big picture in terms of what you're going to need to do with it most of the time and how established the technology is. Now, today, to ignore JavaScript is crazy because it's such an important part of the web today. There are alternative solutions out there for what JavaScript does, but they're so niche now. Flash was, the thing that comes to mind. Flash was the predominant technology for client-side coding, and it had certain advantages and so on. But it's gone. It's gone. The Flash guys will argue some minor points, but there's some validity to it in very niche applications, very rarely, rare circumstances. The vast majority of the time, JavaScript will do everything you need to do and a lot more. Especially, you can just grab jQuery and other JavaScript libraries that are out there and just put everything together real quick. So be careful when people go out there and cite these rare situations as being a reason to drop something or to jump into something. And the reason is because these rare things are rare. That's it. That's my my nerd advice for today. I'm going to have more video blogs on different things because we're doing a whole bunch of stuff at Killer Sites in terms of new content and new systems to deliver the content. We're always trying to raise the bar a little bit, improve the quality. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll talk very soon.